Good
Okay,
thinking,
we're
good
back. Cool. So we've finished our downtime, which is really cool. Which means I think we've got
Yeah.
like some space for like free play, picking up a mission, and all that sort of stuff in this last little segment of
Yep.
the time.
Yep.
I think you wanted to do something, Mel.
Yeah, I got a couple of things I want to do. First of which is when she gets a chance, Tash wants to catch Diana for like a private chat when people aren't around.
Alright.
Yeah, and we'll like approach Diana and say, "Hey, can we talk for a moment?"
Sure.
Cool. So I don't know if this is gonna sound odd or not. I feel like, perhaps with good reason, I feel like I'm just. You keep me around because I'm relatively useful. I can fix the engine.
Well, you didn't shoot 4 pirates.
Look, I mean, I don't think that's a good standard by which to measure people, because it's not hard to not do that.
You say this.
It happens a lot, right? Like sometimes you just gotta shoot.
Yeah, normally
pirates.
when they shoot first.
Yeah. I just look. I'm planning to be on this ship for I don't know how long, but long enough. What I want. What do I need to do to be more than just a useful idiot to you? Like, what do I need to do for you to respect? Because I'll do it.
I don't disrespect you.
Call
Honest,
it out.
yeah, seriously, you... Look, I may not be the warmest person in the world, but you haven't randomly blown up police drones or randomly decided that shooting a bunch of allied, slightly out of the law merchant traders was a good idea. So right now, honestly, I'm more likely to trust you than either of the other two interesting specimens that we're carting in this petri dish of a ship.
Yeah. I think it's probably a good thing that you're the captain.
Is it because I called the ship a petri dish? Because I'm not sure that's actually good grounds for being the captain. But I
No,
appreciate.
that's just a side benefit. Look.
Oh
I
my
mean,
god, you're Gabriel Lorca.
oh shit! Yeah. No, I think we probably need you're willing to just say this is what we're doing and this is why. I think we probably need that. We've all got our own shit going on, but
I agree, which is why the next thing we're going to do is, after we've done whatever it is that we're about to meet up with our friends for, is we're going to offer our services to the people who just lost 4 of their men because one of our crew went a bit mad.
we're gonna go work for the Nails. Is that her name?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any issues with that. That's fine. Do you reckon that
So we're going to be bounty hunter pirates?
after that incident, do you
We're
reckon
going to
they're
do whatever
gonna
we
trust
have to
us?
do, the short version.
You know, they're probably gonna give us like a suicidal job or something ridiculous.
No, I don't think so. As long as I'm on board the ship, it's going to be 1 tier below suicidal. It'll be hard, but I'm sure we'll figure it out.
1 tier below suicidal. That's based on what I've seen, that's pretty good odds. Sounds good.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I've done too many jobs where it's 1 tier above that, so sounds good to me. Anyway, thanks. I just wanted to chat about that.
All right.
And Tash will wander off.
Where do you wander off to? What do you get up to next?
Yeah, so damn my lack of downtime actions. I mean, the other thing I want to do, if I can, is go travel and go to visit my contact and see if we can get them to take the girl for a while. Because we don't have any. We don't have sleeping quarters. We don't have it's just not doable. So, so if that is doable as a free action, I'm not trying to learn anything. It's just essentially removing her from the direct danger of the ship. if it is going to be a downtime action, I'll wait till next downtime and I'll do it then.
You could have someone come and grab her, come and pick her up.
Okay.
That's the thing you could do.
Okay.
But traveling to another
yep.
system is going to take more time than you have.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'll tell you what. Like at the moment, in free play, I'll contact my contact and have a discussion about it, and rather than going there and then maybe finding out that it's not even on the cards.
Yeah, sure. Who's your contact?
So Ken, who's another clone, like a sibling, another escaped clone, basically. Who I think we vaguely we haven't established a lot, except that they're in another system and that maybe they're not quite as as quite as liberated as Tash is, but they have maybe a group that they live with or a family or something along those lines.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember.
But we haven't gone into a lot of detail.
So, are they're no longer serving the Yaru though, or they are?
Yeah. They're escaped. Yeah.
All right.
But Tash is as clones go, Tash is not very clone-like. I feel like Ken is with two N's is a bit more people get a bit more of a clone vibe.
Yeah. So you com Ken. Yeah, and he's and he answers the phone with Ken.
Ken, this is Tash.
Hello, Tash.
How
are
have
you?
A favor to
It is
ask.
good to see you.
It is good to see you too. How are you?
I am doing quite well.
That's good. You are safe and healthy?
I am very safe and healthy. I have also accrued some small wealth.
I'm very glad to hear it. That's good. That's more than I can say for myself.
That is unfortunate. I would give you some of my wealth if I were able to.
I appreciate that thought and that gesture. I do not need it. I will have some wealth soon enough. I just need to be sensible.
Ken's sensible has always been a problem for you.
It has. Yes, you are correct. I'm not going to bother summarizing. That is an accurate statement. And along those lines, I have encountered someone who I think is like us, but isn't.
That is a paradox.
It is. I believe she is a clone, but she has some kind of machine implanted in her head. She doesn't speak the same language as me.
What language does she speak?
I think it's in this setting. Is it Mandarin, or is Mandarin
Mandarin.
stand-in?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I believe it's Mandarin.
It's that is fascinating. We are not usually equipped with Mandarin. This must be,
I can.
She must be a special order.
Is this a video chat kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I mean,
it's a holo chat.
Yeah. Okay. I will introduce her to you. And Tash will kind of find her and call her over.
It's that child has something on its forehead.
Yes. As I said, there is some kind of machine implant, possibly.
You believe
I'm
this
not
is
sure
a clone? Why are they? Why
Sorry?
have they not been fully developed? Why are they left in a child stage? This is unusual.
I do not know. I know that the Yaru were after her, and we prevented them from getting her, but I do not know anything more. I can't understand her.
You prevented the Yaru from getting what they wanted. Sensible has always been a problem for you.
And it will continue to be so. As I'm sure you understand.
It's I understand.
Anyway, we do not have any sleeping quarters on this ship, and we are in quite a bit of danger. I have a favor to ask.
Your
Would she be able to stay with you?
Your ship is a small ship. I do not expect it to have sleeping quarters. You're criminals. I expect you to be in danger.
That is correct. I think there is something here that I need to find out about, but she cannot stay here at the moment. Would she be able to stay with you for a short time?
This would be possible. I am not sure that it is wise, but sensible has always been a problem for you.
But less of a problem for you. And if it is a problem, then say so, and I will find somewhere else for her to stay. I do not want to put you in danger.
My workplace is full of highly reactive reagents, biological chemicals, and some problematic equipment. I do not think it is an appropriate environment for a child. But I can take her if you require it.
Just
I will not
for a
even
short
charge
time.
you any of your wealth, as we are alike in some ways.
I appreciate that, Ken. I do not have much wealth at the moment, as I said.
He's
It
like,
will only be...
I would have more wealth if I remembered to charge people, such as yourself. But apparently, I am less sensible than I think.
Aww,
I think
that's so sweet.
I think that is true of most people. I often forget that I am not especially sensible until I talk to you, and then I have something against which to contrast myself.
It's like, will you drop her here? If you do,
Yes.
make sure to be careful with your landing, as as dusk is particularly troublesome at the moment.
Do you have a if you do not have any easy way to collect her, then I will drop her there.
Do you? He's like, I can send someone, but it will use some of my resources that would be better applied here.
We can drop her with you.
It's like, I appreciate that.
It will be good to see you again. In person.
It's like, he's like, it will be valuable to see you again also.
Thank you, Ken. I will see you soon.
I will see you also.
It's like, if there's anyone around at this point, like, Tash will turn around and be like, that's the nicest thing you've ever said.
Since you mentioned that, it'll be me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to look at you, and the look that I give you is basically saying, that's what you were like when I met you.
Ah, yes.
Aww.
Awesome.
But there's a hint of sadness, because I realized in me, you've lost a lot of that innocence.
Oh, no.
And I just turn away and leave the compartment.
And Tash gives you, like, the clone stare as you, like, walk away.
Whoa.
Not in, like, a bad way, but just, like, you know, you kind of, like, as the, you know, you don't see it, but, like, the camera, like, visually, it's there's just,
I get it.
Awesome. Great.
Cool.
Love it. Cool. Well, plan is then to drop her off after the next mission.
All right. So do we want to head to Burner then?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's for the meeting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Sounds good.
So yeah, we cut to the swallow like making its way down down towards Burner, towards its like red ironstone surface covered in like mountains with huge boulders all amongst their nooks and crannies. And nestled into like the side of one of these mountains, we see this massive industrial facility which is all just like cylinders. All of the buildings and silos are all just cylinders coming up, and some of them have fire coming out of the top of them. Some of them have like horrible oily black smoke. And we see the swallow like navigate its way through the narrow gap between some of these buildings down like a lit up landing strip. And yeah, you like head out into the manufacturing facility, which is a small city in itself. Now, this is a new planet. Do you have an ability for this, Diana?
An ability.
When you,
yeah.
I know a guy.
When you first dock at a port after being away, pick one and ask the GM about a job.
Yeah. Do you want to do that?
Aren't we touching down to talk to this guy first?
Yeah. Do you want to also know about another job, or do you want to know about this job and get some more information?
I would get more information first, and then we decide whether or not this one is actually worth pursuing.
Cool. Do you want to pick a feature there, and do you want to spend any credit to pick an additional feature?
Feature, sorry?
For I know a guy, you get to pick features for the job.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
What I'm giving you here is the option to change what this mission you're being given is.
Right.
So your options are: it's not deadly, it pays well enough, it's not a rush job, it comes from a faction you trust, it targets an enemy you have.
I'm gonna go with it's not that deadly. Just for, you know what, call me. That just seems like a reasonable idea after the last effort.
It's okay. We'll make it deadly.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. It's gonna be deadly anyway. We might as well just take it down a difficulty notch.
Yep.
All right.
okay.
All right.
Yeah. So let me. So yeah, he meets you in. I think you probably pass a massive cafeteria, with oil-soaked workers all like lining up to get some kind of pseudo steak and something that looks like a mashed vegetable of some kind, but all of the steaks are exactly the same. And like as you pass this, you end up in a pretty brutalist but at least clean reception area, and are then like led to a meeting room, and all of this area is like natural concrete, exposed metal beams, glass occasionally, but most of it's pretty like oppressive and claustrophobic, and it's all lit by these quite dim yellow overhead lights that are like set into the concrete, so they all create like quite sharp drop shadows. But you're led into this room with like a big metal table, and I think instead of having chairs, it has like a bench on either side, and Mr. Ursus is already sitting there in his like very fine black silk suit, with like the suit, the shirt, the tie, they're all black. He has both of his eyes are cybernetic. They've been replaced.
Oh, cool.
And
I want to be him.
And he's sitting there, and you can see that he's projecting from the eyes like a hollow pad in front of him, which has like some documents, and then like branching out from it, you see a whole bunch of little maps and things, and vehicles moving along the maps and things. Yeah.
All right. Well, I will walk up to him now. Are the others with me, or?
Yeah, I think you're all there.
Okay, I'm going to very clearly walk in front of the others.
Yeah.
Not like, but as in be the person who approaches him.
Yeah, and he stands and like gestures to the seat, and it's like, it's like, Miss Thorne, thank you for joining me. And then like, because you've been the person who stepped in front, doesn't address any of the others.
All right. Sorry. Is there somewhere they can go that isn't like awkwardly behind us, or is it going to be better?
I mean, there's space for them to
around?
sit.
What
There's
are
space for them
you
to
doing?
sit. Like it's a long table. They can sit around it.
Yep. Okay. Cool. All good.
He's like,
weird.
yeah. He's like, thank you for joining me. I appreciate that you've had some trouble recently.
Occasionally.
Hash
You've
like
gotta-
wants to like raise an eyebrow, but is perfectly placid. Like
Nice.
clones.
How can we help you?
He's like, I've heard some rumors that have been going around that you may have run into the law on Warren.
It's possible.
It's like this hasn't gone over well with people that I would be hoping to attract as investors. That we have legal dealings with you. However, I think I have a solution.
Which is
I'm proposing that we utilize the story of your little Warren adventure with its explosions and chases.
I very carefully don't look at Barton.
Yeah. As these stories tend to go well with people who don't like systems. We have a problem here on Burner with some people that don't like systems that might be willing to speak to you if they got the chance. We would like to know who those people are. We would like to know who one specifically is.
Do you
and like
information that can identify this?
he's like, we only have an alias. We know his name. He's called Karma, and that he is very popular amongst certain sections of the local population, who maybe disagree with some of the morality of our trade. Unfortunately, he's very good at making sure that his popularity is kept within certain groups. We know that he moves between several populations. We've tracked this using, and he shows you like a chart, and he's got charts of like these three small town city outposts, and it's like occurrence of populist and rebel keywords in general conversation. And it's basically, he's like, we can chart when he's moving between them. We know that he uses a specific kind of public transportation, but we know that he uses a specific kind of company transportation, but we aren't able to identify the individual. This is where you would come in. We would like you to move amongst the individuals on this train and identify this person. If you can, take him into custody. Otherwise, give us enough information and about his location and his movements so that we can find him ourselves. It is not a tough job.
What's the payment like for this?
He's like, I think it's not big.
Because they've already done us the favor.
By default, it's going to be 2 cred. He thinks it's minor. Right? Yeah. It's about enough to pay for your ship for like the period in which between like getting here and working. It doesn't pay you more than the working period. Right? But you could try and roll to convince him for more money.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to convince him that a little bit more for our time here would be useful.
Sure.
Sway roll?
Yeah.
I
reckon risky. The risk being that he decides to like provide you with less support and maybe remove the offer. And limited.
Whoa.
Hey, nice. Excellent.
Hey, Gambit. Woo.
Add a gambit to the ship. And yeah, he's like, and as soon as you like, what's your argument? What do you say?
That we're in a position where the ship's relatively expensive to run, and we're quite happy to do this largely as a favor, but we need a bit more to actually support the ship at this point. Basically, it's a pragmatic argument, not a come on, we're worth it argument.
he asks you for access to your maintenance logs, and like you hand them over, right? And he's like, I see that you've had to repair these systems that we provided you with. That's very unfortunate. I apologize. These are supposed to be designed specifically to handle the kinds of work you're performing. And then he's like, to compensate, we will pay you a more a rate closer to the the galactic standard rate. And yeah, offers you 4 instead of 2.
All right. Awesome. Did somebody else add a gamut already, or?
Done.
I don't think we have any. So.
No, we
we
just
did.
added 1 because we rolled 6 on this way.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, apparently we've got 2 according to the.
Yes, I've added. Yeah, there was 1 the last game, but 1 this time. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm on top of it. We're good.
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
Okay then.
I think
So,
that's a
Gabe-
good place. So, like, I think what we see then is him. He like hands you all of the information. Like, just like takes this hollow and like throws it towards you, and you have some kind of like equipment. I think your comm just catches it, right? He just tosses. He slides it across the table, and it like goes into your comm.
Yeah.
And yeah, you've got the locations of these 3 like outposts and like large towns. And the route he takes across the different like using the different trains between them. They're kind of like halfway between like trains and like road trains, in that they don't follow a road or a rail or anything, but they always take the same set path at the same time. Yeah, and he's like, it's a pleasure doing business with you. I look forward to speaking to you after this has been resolved. And like
too.
gets up and walks out. And I think that's a good place to leave it for today, with a mission
Dang.
that
was
is
cool.
not very deadly and pays.
That's good. We're all
Something.
awake. That's
It
it.
involves
Yeah.
subtleties, which we have a history of, so we're good.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
We've got games. We've got money. We're all awake. I say we are. In fact, quit the campaign. We're ahead. I'm good.
That's it. We're out, guys. Yeah. Sorry.
All right. Well,
This is the case.
it's time to do XP then. Does anyone want to start? David, you're starting.
We started.
I don't think I've done anything worthy of XP this session.
Oh, you didn't roll any. Yeah, you didn't get a chance to roll a lot.
I didn't address a tough challenge with force or threat because I was unconscious for most of it. I expressed my beliefs, drives, or heritage. I did try and look after Cash.
You did. You did a good job.
Yeah,
of that.
yeah.
Yes. Cool. All right, I'll take that. Yeah, cool.
Cool. Excellent. And you
Wait,
can
did
roll
I
this
struggle
one.
with issues from my vice or traumas during the mission? Did I struggle
Yeah,
with my vice?
yeah, you did. You went on a bender.
All right, cool. Excellent, fantastic.
Nice.
Cool, done.
I'm
Alyssa?
happy to go next.
So addressed with tough challenge with charm or audacity.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Well, certainly the very first part, like trying to save their lives by calling upon.
A fuck buddy.
Yes, precisely.
definitely.
Manipulate a fuck buddy into helping me, which didn't work very well, thanks to a number of slightly unforeseen deaths.
Yeah, but you tried to. Yeah, so that counts. I think you get 2 XP for that. That's how you handled pretty much everything today.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
2 XP for that one, yeah. Session
Well, you
each
get 2
item below
XP if you
my
did the thing multiple
2 XP.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely for, I'd say, yeah. It was all
Yeah.
charm for Alyssa, so 2 XP.
You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Oh, buddy. Yeah. So what? How did you do that?
I think in terms of basically controlling situations, like she became captain by which is something that she sort of she manipulated circumstances to put herself in a better and safer situation than she felt she would have been in previously, which fits with the situation of control that she had as as someone with rich and powerful upbringing.
Cool. Yeah. Legit.
I don't think she struggled with any issues from her vices or traumas because she was trying to use her vices or traumas, not actually get them per se. So yeah, not that.
Cool. Tash.
So is that 3 total from me, sorry?
Yeah, 3.
3, I think.
And you can put them in any of the 3 stats or playbook advancement, is that it?
Yep.
No, that's all playbook.
All
No,
playbook? Okay.
no. When you mark XP for that section, it can be in either the playbook or an attribute.
Okay.
Aha!
So I don't think I really addressed any tough challenges in general. I also spent a large chunk of the time unconscious. Beliefs, drive, heritage, or background. Yeah, so I mean, there was the whole clone conversation, and kind of trying to navigate like the fact that they have this common origin but are so different. I don't know if I did it twice.
I think you did it once.
I think maybe. Yeah, I think I just did it once. Vice or traumas? Not especially.
Cool.
So
Awesome.
yeah, just the one I reckon.
Did you roll any desperate today?
I did not. No.
Oh, interesting.
I only made.
Oh no,
like,
that
one
was
roll.
Maze. I think rolled the desperate at some point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Maze.
the shooting that.
I've
Yeah.
marked 2 desperate. Yeah.
That's excellent. Good deal.
Tough challenge with speed or flare. I did the ship tugboat thing with
Yep.
speed.
And you also
I'm just
shot
gonna
someone
put
when you had a
that
gut.
down.
You also blew up a thing with a gut wound, so that's flare.
Oh yeah.
So that's 2.
That's fair.
Expressed beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I feel like if we go with that, like shooting as a call for help of just like I'm struggling with this non-military stuff, then maybe.
Yep, definitely.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna put that one down there. Struggled with issues from your vice or traumas. I didn't have a trauma until now, but my vice is taking risk, not feeling in control. So
That
I don't know.
definitely-
It's sort of the
that
same
that
as the
definitely
last
played
one.
in.
Ah, okay, cool.
So you get 1 for that as well.
All right then. Sweet.
All right.
I leveled
And
up my
ship
prowess.
XP. What do we get for the crew? Because I think there's one here that we haven't got before.
Ooh. Crew.
Crew
Where is
XP.
that? That's, yeah, awesome. So, not successful extraction operation.
No.
Contend
I mean,
with challenges.
I mean, it would.
I'd say challenges above the current station. We proved that. We proved that a hell of a lot.
We extracted the crate.
Did not.
No, we did not.
You had someone else contend with those challenges for you.
We all passed out.
I would say the fact that we all passed out proved that we were contending with challenges above our station.
I
It
mean,
doesn't say anything about
I
succeeding.
gave you points for that last time. I gave you points for that last time.
true. We didn't
I'm not
do
giving
a
you
lot
points
extra
for
this time.
today. I will give you
Yeah, no,
execute.
that's fair
I'll give you
enough.
1 point for
As a
execute
third.
successful extraction. In that, Diana got you all out. Got you all
Okay.
away
Yeah.
from nails alive.
Yeah, fair call.
Also, can I suggest express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or
Yeah.
essential nature of the crew? I think
Yeah,
we did.
I think you learned a lot about the essential nature of the crew today. So yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have like something to say on this. Like, I was thinking about it earlier, and like, because this is saying the last couple of sessions I've struggled with. I've been like, what the hell is the essential nature of this crew? Like, I don't know. And like, I think we found out what it is this time, and it's that almost that there isn't one. Like that we are actually as a crew searching for some kind of identity.
I think
Sense
that
of,
the
like-
essential nature of the crew is something to do with the role that there are 2 leaders and that there is a question of power of like rank amongst them, which we've now kind of codified, and to soldiers slash servants,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Like there's a soldier and a clone, right? So we've got these two
Yeah.
leaders and these two, and what's really interesting to me is that because of the bond between Barton and Tash, I would have expected to see them pair off one leader to one follower,
Yeah.
but that's not
yeah,
happened, right? The followers have paired off together, and the leaders have had to work out their like who listens to who, which is a really interesting essential nature to like be contending with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
I
that's
like it.
cooler than mine.
Cool.
Yeah, so you definitely get XP for that.
Woohoo!
Nice.
1 or 2? And is someone
I
marking
think
this
you
off?
get 2 for that today.
Cool. What?
We go up a level.
Sweet.
Lovely.
So we can deal with that later.
Yeah. Cool. I'll take it off if everyone's cool.
Yep.
Sweet.
Cool.
Awesome. Well done, folks. That was a cool session.
That was
Yeah,
a
lovely.
really,
Thank
really
you.
good session. And like
we
a really interesting one because it was just like the tail end of a mission and then like downtime and play around that stuff, which is really cool.
Yeah, we actually got a chance to have a lot of conversations that I think
Yeah.
had been like kind of delayed.
Yeah, definitely. And like it's good to have that space for that roleplay stuff, like where it's
Yeah.
not just action, where it's actually like, no, we're being these people. Which is cool.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting because we're certainly at the point now where I think the characters are kind of better defined, and like the relationships between the characters are getting interesting in terms of there are points of both tension and natural connection that will probably be more likely to come up in future.
Yeah, I'm really excited by that
Totally.
stuff.
Yeah. It's cool.
So, I think it's time for some shoutouts.
I think so.
David.
Right. I write for Hyper and PC Power Play, but I also have a personal blog, throwingwords@stars.com, on WordPress. If you want to find out what I rant about there, martinis this week. Seek me out.
Cool. Awesome. Alyssa.
I make video games. I'm Expect Problems on Twitter. You can usually see me occasionally blogging about that or writing about. My current project is a vampire one. That's kind of it, I suppose.
Yeah, cool. Sorry, I'm just finding out why your thing didn't come up. Your little blurb.
Thing on.
In the meantime, Melody.
Hello, I'm Melody. I am a student and I like talking about and writing about games and things like that. And I write poetry and non-fiction, all kinds of things. You can follow me at Magic Space Girl at Twitter, or check me out at melodynova.wordpress.com.
Hey, Melody's worked. And Maze.
I am Maze Wallen. I'm a games composer, audio engineer, programmer. You can find me at Maze Wallen on Twitter and Google and just, yeah. There you go.
Cool. Awesome. And I have been Ash. You can follow me at Acegiak, ACEGIAK, on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram. I think that's everything. Oh, and my blog, acegiak.net. If you want more of this stuff, hit the little follow button. If you really, really like it and want to support us doing more of it, covering some of the costs and things, you can subscribe. It's still September, so until October 18th, which is TwitchCon, you can subscribe and your first month will be half price. As far as schedule, this is happening again, or it won't be happening again for a little bit. I'll have to announce that on Twitter because Games Week is going to get all up in our business. I think it's going to be 3 weeks before we can do another one. But in the meantime, there will be... What day is it? It's Thursday. Saturday will be a PC game stream. So we're going to play either Armello or like Darkest Dungeon or Hand of Fate, depending on what you all on Twitter decide. You all get to pick what we play. And then on Monday, we're going to have we're gonna do a one shot. I'm not entirely sure what of yet. For I'm not trying to kill you. We've got a couple of. I'm organizing a couple of fun new faces to come and join us. And then on Wednesday, it will be Space Date, Catch Time, No Man's Sky with Emily. It'll be a good time. Until then, thank you so much for joining us. I'm really enjoying this game. I like the space criminals. I like the hijinks. I like everyone being very silly. It's good. And I like portraying. And while I've still got her, I'm gonna have fun portraying that weird little girl.
Yes. Oh, no, I'm planning to bring her back just as soon as like we have, like.
Well, no.
Sorry. That's my plan.
Have you upgraded the hull? You upgraded the hull last time.
Yeah, we
didn't you?
upgraded it 1. Yeah.
You might be able to look at what upgrades you can get now with your thing, because that might be a thing. In the meantime, thanks for joining us. I'm gonna head to bed because it's late here, and we will see you later. Bye.